A man pulled out just one tooth, and in the next instant, he stopped breathing. That tooth gradually transformed into a seed of forbidden fruit with two distinct powers. If buried in the earth, it would bring an abundant harvest the following year, providing endless grain. Alternatively, if placed inside a deceased person's body, it could grant immortality beyond ordinary human reach. But this seed, which sacrificed one life to save an entire village's food supply, was an unethical taboo that should never have existed in this world. That is, until one day, when the mushy master Ginkgo passed through a village and discovered someone was using this forbidden technique. While the neighboring village's crops had completely withered with no harvest at all, just across the field boundary, this village's rice paddies were thriving and nearly ready for harvest. When Ginkgo approached the village chief to expose this practice, the man suddenly froze. Ginkgo realized the chief had been doing this secretly all along. 20 years ago, the village's entire crop had died just before harvest. While the villagers worried about going hungry, his wife became parasitized by this forbidden fruit, causing the fields to flourish. On her deathbed, she struggled to cook one final meal for her husband. The man's heart violently rejected what was happening. He didn't want to swallow food bought with his wife's life, but his body greedily absorbed every nutrient. He despised himself for it. After his wife died, he buried the seed in the earth, vowing never to use the fruit's power again. However, after several consecutive years of natural disasters, the man was forced to use the fruit's ability once more. He told Ginkgo that he had the power to save people's lives. Watching many starve to death would be a sin, so he planted the seed in his own mouth. In his final moments, gazing at the rice stalks nurtured by his own life, the man was genuinely happy. Now he could finally reunite with his wife. He pulled the fruit from his body and handed it to his apprentice, strictly warning him never to use it. Then he peacefully drew his last breath. Witnessing this scene, Ginkgo was deeply moved. He decided to break his own principle of never interfering with others' life and death. He placed the seed into the man's body and nurtured it with pure intentions. When the morning sun streamed into the room the next day, a miracle occurred. The dead man came back to life.